All right. Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory be unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Makar Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace, salutations, and blessings be unto the hopeful elect, pushing this truth in sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe, in the sincere hopes of being delivered in these last days. All right, this is the brother Yakanan from the GMS England branch, and as you can see here, I have this video. This is taken from the Asian Boss YouTube handle, and it's entitled "What the Chinese Think of White Foreigners." And what you're gonna witness in this video is the mass majority of Moabites exalting the so-called white man and his image and his likeness above themselves. All right. And like I said, the mass majority, you had a few that gave a different answer, but the mass majority of the Moabites that were interviewed in this clip, in this video, exalted the so-called white man and his image and his likeness above themselves. All right. And by the way, the Chinese, the so-called Chinese, biblically are known as the Moabites according to the Holy Bible. All right. That's why I use the term Moabites. All right. Because that's their biblical nationality according, to the Holy Scriptures. All right. And again, this shows you that Esau Edom, the so-called white man, and his image and his likeness is number one, in this kingdom, because it is indeed his kingdom. All right. And that's why his image and his likeness is exalted. All right. Because this is his kingdom, as pursuant to Job chapter 9 and verse 24. The scriptures say that the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, and he covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? All right. So this current kingdom, all right, the current rulership that we are experiencing right now upon the earth is the rulership and the experience of the so-called white man. All right. He is in power. He is, calling the shots right now. And that's why his image and his likeness is exalted upon the face of the earth, because he is in control. All right. And you're going to clearly see an example of that control and that dominance in this video, all right, with their answers. All right. So without further delay, let me play this video, and then Lord willing, we'll get into a few scriptures to expound upon the point. All right.
Hey everybody, it's Sherry from Asian Boss. With the number of foreigners living in China on the rise, we thought we'd take to the street and ask Chinese what they think of Caucasian people. Are they treated differently or the same as local Chinese people? And what do Chinese people think about having white skin? Let's hit the street of Shanghai to find out.
那你有白人朋友吗？
有2个，
有的。
有
请问你对在中国的白人有什么印象？
很有礼貌。
可能没认识之前会觉得他们就是很随意啊之类的，但是可能接触之后会了解到他们其实挺多还是比较真诚的吧。
相对来说还是做事情比较 qualified 一些。
我觉得他们有很多这种比较有闯劲的想法，不像中国人那么保守，他们会。
All right, so we're only 46 seconds in, and already you've heard a flurry of compliments and positive words directed towards the so-called white man, from these Moabites, these so-called Chinese individuals. All right. And that just shows you that Esau Edom, is ruling in his kingdom. All right. Because he has the whole world thinking that he is the epitome of intelligence, that he is the epitome of beauty, that he is the epitome of everything that's good upon the face of the earth. Okay? And you know what? I have right here the etymology for the word white. All right? And it says here, Old English, bright, radiant, clear, and fair. All right? Now that's what they were asking them, the benefits of having fair skin. All right? Now you have, all of the nations upon the earth except Esau, Edom, they have melanated skin at different variations. All right? And that's a beautiful thing, to have melanin in your skin. But Esau has fooled the nations into believing that the epitome of beauty is having, void melanated skin and having, transparent and fair skin, okay? Which is the furthest thing from the truth, because when you have melanin in your skin, that gives you protection from the sun, okay? And that's why, these Edomites, they be using, sunscreen, so on and so forth, because they have no protection from the sun, all right? It's actually a curse, okay? So again, it says clear, it says fair, all right? And it also says here, it says white to shine, and it says, there was another definition that it was here that I wanted to get. With reference to fair hair or complexion, honorable, fair, all right? So when you search up, gracious, friendly, favorable, all right? That's what the woman said. That they're very friendly, people, roughly paraphrasing what she said. But that's, the direction that she was gearing towards, that, labeling them friendly, okay, and caring, people. All right. When you evaluate, the history of the so-called white man and the atrocities that he has committed upon the face of the earth, especially unto the Negroes, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, he is far from all of these things that are, mentioned on this list. All right. He actually embodies hate. All right. He actually embodies, death. He actually embodies, transgression, naturally as a nation of people. All right. That's why the scriptures say, that he is a vessel of wrath that is fitted to destruction. All right. There is nothing good about the so-called white man, his image and his way of being. All right. He is actually the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. All right. He is a deceiver. Okay. And all nations can have testimonies or do have testimonies in regards to the shady dealings and the experience in regards to dealing with the so-called white man. All right. As it tells us in the book of Malachi, you know what? Let's get that. As it tells us in the book of Malachi, chapter 2, not chapter 2, Malachi, Malachi 1, Malachi chapter 1, and we'll get straight to the point, and verse 4, and it reads, whereas Edom, all right, now that when you read Edom, in the Holy Scriptures, that's making reference to the so-called white man, all right, as a nation of people, all right, and they are descended from, Esau, all right, going back to Genesis chapter 25. So it says, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. And they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord have indignation forever. All right. So the Edomites, all right, which is the biblical name, for the so-called white man, all right, the Caucasians, they are described in the Holy Bible as the borders of wickedness. All right. They are the epitome of wickedness, not the epitome of beauty, not the epitome of righteousness, all right, but the epitome of wickedness, okay? And to double down, the Lord hates the nation of Esau, Edom, all right? More importantly. Now let's go back to the video.
眼睛大大的，睫毛长长的，给我的印象就是非常的好。
那你会觉得他们说普遍来说更漂亮、更帅气一点吗？
会，就五官更深刻啊，高鼻梁、大眼睛。
哦，那长相就差的比较多了。一来他个子比较高，头发的颜色就是跟我们不一样。白人的五官比我们立体，这是实话实说。他们长得。
So you heard what they said and what this man said here on the screen. That they have, they're more beautiful, all right? Mentioning their nose, their structure, so on and so forth. Well, you will see what the scriptures say about the image of the so-called white man, all right? And we're going to use an example taken from the book of Numbers, chapter 12, with Miriam and Moses, all right? Because you had Miriam, which is the sister, of Moses, and she spoke against Moses, all right? And as a result of speaking against her brother, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, put a curse upon her. But let's find out what this actual curse was that was bestowed upon her for speaking against Moses, all right? Now it says here, we'll start from verse 7, and it says, this is Numbers chapter 12 and verse 7, and it says, my servant Moses is not so, who is faithful in all mine house. With him will I speak mouth to mouth, even apparently, and not in dark speeches. And the similitude of the Lord shall he behold. Wherefore, when were ye not afraid to speak against my servant Moses? Because that's exactly what she done. All right. Now it says here, and the anger of the Lord was kindled against them, and he departed. And the cloud departed from off the tabernacle, and behold, Miriam became leprous, white as snow. And Aaron looked upon Miriam, and behold, she was leprous. All right. So as a punishment for speaking against Moses, her brother, she was actually turned leprous. All right. Which biblical leprosy is when your skin, all right, and your hair is void of melanin. It's a curse, all right? So as it says here, Miriam became leprous, white as snow, all right? So part of the punishment that she received, part of the curse was her becoming white as snow in her image, okay? So if that was a good thing, something to be exalted, why would it be used as a curse, as a punishment onto someone in the Holy Bible, man? Okay? These are questions, that you people out there have got to address and have got to answer. All right. If being, if being white is right and having no melanin in your skin is a good thing, then why was it used as a curse and as a punishment from the Lord Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, upon Moses' sister Miriam for speaking against him? Okay. If it's such a good thing, if it's such a good image. All right. Now it says, she turned leprous, white as snow, and Aaron looked upon Miriam, behold, she was leprous. And Aaron said unto Moses, alas, my Lord, I beseech thee, lay not the sin upon us, wherein we have done foolishly, and wherein we have sinned. Let her not be as one dead, of whom the flesh is half consumed, when he cometh out of his mother's womb. Okay? So he said, again, to highlight, it said, lay not the sin upon us. So it's a sin to have the appearance of a so-called white man. It's a sin, all right, to be void of melanin. Okay? All right? Now, of course, we understand and we know, all right, through the Spirit, that you're going to have Israelites, and you do have Israelites that are void of melanin. All right, because we were scattered throughout the four corners of the globe. And that's also a part of the curses, as pursuing to Deuteronomy 24 and verse 68. Okay, and James 1 and 1. All right, so on and so forth. All right, but in the kingdom, them brothers and them sisters are going to get their melanin back when we are changed in the twinkling of an eye. All right, but this is just the facts that we're talking about right now. All right, so let's go back to the video.
其实就像我们学画画的时候的石膏像，非常的立体。
那么你觉
Hey,
得
what
中
did
国
he
是
say?
白人的五官比我们立体，这是实话实说。他们长得其实
Well, he said, so-called white people have better facial, features. And he said we can't deny that. Well, we can deny that. We just read it in the Holy Scriptures that their image is actually a curse and it's actually a sinful image to embody, all right? And in the kingdom of heaven, that image is not going to be exalted. Our image is going to be exalted. The image of the so-called, black man, the so-called melanated man of various different degrees, okay? We're going to be different shades, of brown in the kingdom of heaven, okay? That's going to be the normal look, all right? We're going to go back to that look, man.
就像我们学画画的时候的石膏像，非常的立体。
那么你觉得中国
白人的五官比我们立体，这是实话实说。他们长得其实
He said they look like the statues we used to draw in art class. I mean, come on, man. This is crazy. This is the witchcraft that Esau Edom, was put upon the nations, man.
就像我们学画画的时候的石膏像，非常的立体。
那么你觉得中国社会大体上来说对于白人怎么样呢？会觉得他们可能大家对于他们的这个对待可能会比对国人的甚至要好一些吗？
没有，我觉得相对一视同仁。
一视同仁的。
尤其是在上海的话，我觉得大家应该比较习惯。
这可能我的印象中会觉得更商务一点的会想要白人吧，可能是更有礼貌，然后他知识层面更丰富一点，然后可能职位也更高阶一点吧。
我是觉得
Yeah, they already hold, better positions, again, because this is their kingdom. Job 9 and 24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, and they cover the faces of the judges thereof. So throughout the four corners of the globe, wherever you go, you're gonna experience that the so-called white man have the elevated and better positions in society. All right, and that's just a fact. We've all experienced that. Wherever you go, all right, when you go up in the ranks of society and in the ranks of a business or an enterprise, you're gonna find out that the higher you go, all right, what you're gonna find is the so-called white man's image becomes more apparent because this is his kingdom and he holds the top positions in this kingdom. Okay?
觉得街头的白人广告特别多，就是很多是国
As you said, there are a lot of billboards, with so-called white people on it. That's not just over here in the UK or in the US. That's actually in China as well. She just said it. Okay? So even in their advertisements, commercials, so on and so forth, everywhere you go upon the earth, all right, you're seeing the image of Esau Edom being marketed throughout the four corners of the globe. That's for a reason. Okay? And that's how you conquer the whole world, is putting your whole image, putting your image, your likeness everywhere for the people to see. So there's no question in your subconscious, all right, on who is on top. And you know what? That's how it's going to be in the kingdom of heaven. All right? Our image is going to be exalted. The image of the so-called black man, the image of, the Israelite man is going to be exalted in the kingdom of heaven. Everywhere you go, all right, you're going to see our likeness. Okay? Everywhere you go, you're going to see a reminder of the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai. All right? Everything is going to be biblical. Everything is going to go back to our culture, our likeness, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai. That's how it's going to be in the kingdom of heaven, man, in the kingdom of Yahweh Shai. Everything is going to be Israelite themed. So you're going to know everywhere you go upon the earth, all right, you're going to know who's in power. You're going to know who dominates, the earth. Okay? It's going to be the Israelites. And you're going to be reminded of that everywhere you go. There's going to be a regime change upon the earth. And everywhere you go, you're going to know who's ruling the earth. There's going to be no confusion. Because the image of Esau Edom in our kingdom is not going to be exalted. It's not going to be put on a pedestal. It's going to be brought down low. Okay? It's going to be brought down low. The image of Esau Edom and his likeness and what he was about. Okay? That's why it says in the book of Job, that it's going to be like a dream. It's going to be like a bad dream that we're going to wake up from. It's going to be unbelievable in the kingdom for us to, think and believe that, this man actually ruled the world at one point. For us to think and meditate upon that is going to be crazy. We're going to be like, damn, like the Lord actually exalted this nation of people, He put them on a level, he exalted them, but he brought them down as well,
内的牌子都会去请一些国外的模特来拍摄他们的产品，也不是说他们就是这样子不好吧，只是说可能我们自己人的产品可以找更多的中国代言人啊，然后更适合我们就是理解这个产品的含义，而不是说你只是为了定位高端而去选用这种白人模特。
其实是有的，
在
比如说
Yeah, that's another thing, when it comes to fashion advertisements, business, in general, so on and so forth. The so-called white man's image is used to broadcast and project, an image of sophistication, all right? So you're not doing good. Your business is not validated unless a so-called white man is at the helm of the image of your enterprise, all right? And they push that, all right? And that's why even when you look at, the anime, in Asia, the manga, so on and so forth, when you look at the characters, they don't embody, the look of Moab, all right? They embody the look of Esau Edom, Dragon Ball Z, so on and so forth. They're pushing the image of Esau Edom, even though they created, these mangas and these cartoons. But what image are they coming in? They're coming in the image of Esau Edom, And let me get right quick. This is 2 Ezra 15 and verse 46. And this is in the GNT, all right? Now it says, you Asia are to be pitied. You are doomed. You have enjoyed the splendor and glory of Babylon. You have imitated her and dressed up your daughters to look like prostitutes to please and gratify your lovers who have always lusted for you. Because you have imitated that vile prostitute in everything she has done or planned, God, Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, has this to say, all right? And that's exactly what they have done. They have imitated Babylon, all right, America, in everything that she has done, all right? Even fast forward now with this whole, New World Order system, all right? The MOTB system. Hey, Asia, China, all right? They're well ahead in regards to that system, all right? And how they're pushing that system, all right? With the facial recognition, okay? With the technology that they be pushing in society, all of these, Moabites, they're hooked on technology, all right? They have actual, grids, particular zones, in China where, you can't go to a particular place unless you're verified and what's the word I'm looking for? Certified, to get through that particular barrier. All right. Just like the film with Justin Timberlake, In Time. They have particular zones where you're restricted to go. All right. That's happening in China. They had the Deadbeat app. All right. If your social credit score is not on a certain level, then you can't get on the train. You can't take, a plane, to leave the country. You don't have access to a, fast broadband if you don't meet a certain, social credit score criteria in society. Okay? So they've gone all out, in that MOTB technology. So they've fashioned themselves after, that beast system, man. They're pushing that vibration. All right? So it's going to be nothing for the people of China to you know, fashion, you know, not fashion themselves. It's going to be nothing for them to get on board, you know, concerning, you know, this MOTB. All right. They won't have a problem, you know, receiving that within themselves, man, because they're already used to that, you know, that level of things out there, man. They're already exposed to it. So it says, verse 48, because you have imitated that vile prostitute and everything she has done or planned, Yahweh Shem Yahushua has this to say, I will send disasters upon you. I'll make you a widow and send poverty, famine, war, and epidemics to destroy your homes and bring ruin and death. The power of which you boast will wither like a flower when the burning heat is sent upon you. All right. So ultimately, because, you know, China believe that they're going to be the next ruling world power. All right. They even got books upon that, you know, when China rules the world, so on and so forth. But that's not going to happen. All right, you're going to go down, you know, just like the other nations are going to go down. And the next ruling nation, you know, upon the face of the earth is going to be the nation of Israel. And that's biblical prophecy. All right, the Negroes, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, beginning with the elect. All right, China will not be, you know, the next ruling power, you know, upon the face of the earth, no matter how strong they are, no matter how many numbers that they have. All right, because biblical prophecy will prevail. All right. Now let's go back to the video.
同样就好像你一个白人他去找工作，那相对于来说他可能会好找一点。
Yeah, that's not just with, you know, the Moabites. You know, you apply for a job, you know, the Edomite is more likely to get the job. All right, because that's how, you know, that's how the system is set. All right, to feed their own first, to recognize their own first. You know.
因为好多人潜移默化的认为说啊，他是个外国人，就这样子。
要面对客户的时候，就会觉得有白人，然后整个公司会显得很高大上这样子。
为什么会白人就跟高大上就比较就是
这也是我们就是一个传统的看法嘛，所以这是一个偏见嘛。因为大部分人是持有这样的看法呢，那所以这些公司为了迎合大部分人的观点，所以才这样做的。
可能。
Yeah, so, you know, when you really think about that, you could be an Edomite, you know, you could travel to China, you could travel to Japan, you know, so on and so forth. And you can apply for a job that the natives of that, you know, nation can apply for, and you gonna get that job just because you're an Edomite. That's power. All right. That you know, that kind of recognition and the power to be able to do that, that's some serious power. All right. And that's very spiritual. That shows that your image, you know, you are ruling the earth. Because Edomites can go anywhere upon the face of the earth and they can just command respect. Okay? You can go to and you can go to anywhere in the world. All right, you can go to the tourist location. And you know what? In those tourist locations, everything is geared to please Edomites. You know, the way they season the food, the way they present the food, everything is geared towards pleasing Edomites, man. Okay? Because they're the ones, all right, that hold the measuring stick for what's acceptable and what's not. All right, if you're an Elamite, all right, and you open up a restaurant, you know, a shop out here in the UK, you know, in the countryside, there's a particular level, or in a village somewhere, there's a particular level of customer service that you have to provide to please the surrounding Edomites that are going to be your customers. And they know that. I've experienced it. I've seen it. I've seen these things, man. Okay? Versus if they open up a shop, you know, in the hood. All right? So Edomites, you know, this is their kingdom. All right? There's no shadow of a doubt about that. But their kingdom is being brought down low and is being destroyed, you know, every single day, you know, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. But it's undeniable as to who they are as a nation of people. All right?
白人的话，在国际上来说的话，还是比较受人接待的一种，然后可能会感觉白人的话更有文化，或者是他们可能更懂得一些。
They said they're bad educated, they're well mannered, you know, so on and so forth. Nothing but praise. All right? Now let's get into a few more scriptures. So we got numbers already. Let's get 2 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 14. And it reads, "And no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light." All right. Now the physical manifestation of the spiritual demon Satan as a nation of people upon the earth is who? The Edomites, man. Okay. They are the physical embodiment of Satan. All right. They represent the left-hand side upon the face of the earth. So the scriptures is saying, and no marvel, for Satan himself. All right. This nation of people, beginning with their elites, are transformed into angels of light, and that's exactly what they've done. We've seen examples of this throughout, the course of this video, man. They've been transformed into angels of light. Their image, their likeness, what they embody. All right, even though they're wicked, all right, the nations are looking, up onto them, in awe, exalting their image and their likeness, man. And that's what Esau wants to cement with this, New World Order system. Okay? And he wants to X out the presence of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua upon the face of the earth. All right? So again, and no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. Now let me read this same scripture in the NLT, and let me see how it reads. All right, so it says, "But I am not surprised. Even Satan disguises himself as an angel of light." Yeah, it's a disguise. All right, it's a mirage. It's not real. It's a delusion that they set up in order to fool the nations. It's witchcraft. Okay, that's exactly what it is. It's a disguise. All right, to fool the people. Now let's get Isaiah chapter 29 and verse 16, and it reads, "Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding?" All right, so that's exactly what these devils have done, beginning, with their elites. They have turned the understanding of things upside down. All right, once upon a time, having melanin, that was a normal thing upon the face of the earth. All right, you would know by default, but that's the way to be. That's the way to look. But with the emergence and the dominance of the nation of Esau, Edom, they have, brought their likeness and their image, to the forefront, and have made people believe that that's the way that you got to be, even though, it's it doesn't serve you, upon the earth. Okay, that image and that way of being doesn't actually help you, upon the face of the earth concerning, you needing sunscreen, That shows you that ain't right. That's a curse. But Esau has turned that, into a blessing, before the eyes, of men, upon the earth. Okay, to the point where you have, Moabites, Ammonites, bleaching their skin. All right, which is also a heavy thing in India. They have the caste system, in India, where you have people bleaching their skin in order to get, better jobs. All right, and they also do that in Jamaica a lot. Also, they buy the bleaching, cream, and they bleach their skin, to look like Edomites, because they believe that they're gonna have access to better opportunities in doing so. All right, so our people be doing that heavy. You Jakes out there, you be doing that heavy, man, bleaching your skin. But the scriptures say, why trimmeth, thy way to seek love. All right. So surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. All right, so that's what Esau has done. He's turned everything upside down. All right, that what Yahweh Hashem Yahushai has made righteous, he has turned the understanding of that upside down and has deemed it as wicked. All right, and that's why they call us black. All right, and if you have melanin, they call you black. All right, which that's a negative, label that is placed upon us. All right, because what does it mean, to be black, to be dark? All right, it's associated, with evil things. Okay, dread, fear, so on and so forth. All right, but then he calls himself white, which goes back to being pure, spotless, blameless, innocent, so on and so forth. So it's all witchcraft, man. All right, it's all witchcraft. All right, let's get a few other scriptures. All right, we got that ready. You know what? Let me go back to the video. There was one more point I wanted to bring out, and it was at the end. I believe it was this guy that was speaking. He made a good point.
然后一个人到底有没有趣啊，思想上能不能沟通得来，才是最重要的吧。
应该会慢慢改变吧。因为没有。
Alright, so check
然
out what
后
this
一个
guy
人到底
says.
有没有
So he said it will change,
趣
right?
啊，思想上能不能沟通得来，才是最重要的吧。
应该会慢慢改变吧。因为没有一样东西应该是。
He said, I think it will change slowly. As you know, nothing lasts forever. All right? Remember the scriptures say, the triumphing of the wicked is short. You know, the joy of the hypocrite, but for a moment. All right?
知道吧？对吧？可能就像当下流行的东西，可能过了一段时间。
Things that are trending now will be out of style later. When? When Yahweh Shai makes his return. All right? So everything as you know it now, all right, and everything that's trending now, you know, they like to use that word trending in this society, you know, in social media, so on and so forth. What's trending? What's the current conversation right now upon the earth? Well, you know what? When Yahweh Shai comes back, Yahweh Shai and the Israelites are going to be trending, all right? And we're going to be trending, you know, forever. You know, we ain't going to never go out of fashion, man. We are going to be trending forever. We're going to be that hot topic for eternity, man. All right? So again, he said things that are trending now will be out of style later. All
它也
right?
不火了。但就像肤色看待的话，问题的话，可能以后
In the case of Chinese people's perception of skin tone,
也会有更全面的，
I think they will end up changing their minds in the future as well.
就是有很明显的改变，不会
People will no longer think white is better than black. All right, so why did he straight away go to you know, white and black? Okay, because you remember Elder Apostle Hart says this, you know, from time to time. You know, when you read in the scriptures, this is all about Jacob and Esau. All right, it's all about Jacob and Esau. You know, the other heathen nations, you know, they're just, you know, they're just in the background, man. It's really all about Jacob and Esau. All right, good versus evil. Okay, that's really what it all boils down to when you really finalize everything. So he said again, people will no longer think white is better than black.
感觉就是白的要比黑的要好看，可能会有另一种美的概念。
And there will be a new definition of beauty.
定义。
Thanks to our interviewees.
All right, so he said it. All right, there will be a new definition of beauty. Now let's give you the answer. All right, this is 1 Corinthians chapter 7 and verse 31. And they that use this world as not abusing it, for the fashion of this world, all right, who does this world belong to? Esau, Edom. Like I quoted earlier, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. All right. So the fashion of this world, which belongs to Esau, Edom, passeth away. All right. So the world as you know it, all right, is passing away. All right. And when Yahweh Shai makes his return and cracks those clouds, that's the end of the rulership of Esau, Edom. All right. That's the completion of the transition of kingdoms. That's pursuant to Sirach chapter 10 and verse 8. All right. That's when Esau is done away with. His image is going to be gone. His likeness is going to be done away with. People aspiring to be like him is going to be a thing of the past. Everyone is going to desire to be like the children of Israel. All right. Everyone is going to desire, you know, to embody the ways of, you know, the Israelites. Okay. So let's go to Isaiah 2 and we'll finish up on this. It's Isaiah 2 and we'll start from the top and verse 1. And the word that Isaiah the son of Amos saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. And this is a future prophecy, all right? And this is how it's going to be in the kingdom. And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow onto it. All right. So all nations are going to flow onto the nation of Israel. All right. The governments of Israel. And let's find out more why. And many shall go and say, come ye and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of Yahweh Shem Yahushai of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. All right. So this is how it's going to be in the kingdom of heaven. All right. All the nations, all right, outside of the nation of Israel, all right, you are going to aspire, all right, to be like the Israelites. You're going to aspire, all right, to fashion yourself off of our ways and off of our righteousness. Because remember, we're going to be perfect. Okay, we're going to have the law, statutes, and commandments embedded in our spirit, and it's going to be impossible for us to go off. And you're going to see that. You're going to see how perfect we are. You're going to want to aspire, to be good. Okay? Now, in Esau's kingdom, what do people do? They aspire to be wicked, right? They aspire to do degenerate things and, dishonorable things, because the people that are ruling, being the Edomites, that's the spirit that they embody. They embody, the vibration of the left-hand side. So that's why the world is fucked up. But in the kingdom of heaven, all right, the world is going to be a better place, all right? Because righteous things are going to overshadow, all right, wicked things, man, by far. Okay, so you're going to be surrounded by righteousness. So naturally, all right, that vibration and that way of being is going to be exalted upon the face of the earth. And that's what people are going to want to aspire to be like. And like I said earlier, our image is going to be exalted upon the face of the earth, man. The image of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai. Because the Heavenly Father and His Son, all right, they have the image of a so-called black man, all right? So that's the image that's going to be exalted upon the face of the earth. The image of, melanated spiritual beings, man, okay? No longer, that freak image, of so-called Jesus Christ, man. All right, that demon. So it says here, for out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. And he shall judge among the nations, and he shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. All right. So this is going to be in the kingdom. There's going to be no need, all right, for weapons of war. All right. Because there's going to be no more war in the kingdom of heaven. All right. And that proves to you that the kingdom of heaven, all right, is not established right now upon the face of the earth. Because if it was, and them small hats were the guys, there would be no war. There will be no wars and rumors of war, all right? So that's proof that, the people that are dwelling in that land right now are not the true and original people that are spoken of in the scriptures. Although you do have some of our people, genuine Israelites that are scattered, throughout that land. But as a whole, our people are not in that land at the moment, all right? So I'm going to cut it off there. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. And until the next time, I'll say shalom.